to go. We're already gone live, but we're about to do some fish cleaning, and I don't know. We might tell some stories.
It's Mother's Day.
Who knows what we'll do? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there,
Yeah.
including Danielle and Caitlin, our daughter. But yeah, we about to clean some flatheads. We caught a few flatheads today and some channel cats. So we'll do a little fish cleaning and the usual talking, shooting the bull, whatever. But yeah.
We
So
like shooting the bull.
I'm gonna turn this around. Figure of speech, not literally doing that, but yeah.
Oh, I get it now.
Yep. All right. I always got Mr. B. He's always the first one. He's always there. All right, we're gonna turn it around, get the table set up, get the phone set up, show y'all some fish. We got a few channel cats. We caught 12 channel cats, I think. Caught a few more throwbacks, but caught a few whole fryers, a couple that we'll knock the fillets off of them, and we got four pretty nice flatheads today. We ain't catching a lot of flatheads. We're not fishing the river. These was caught in the lake, but they ain't bad flatheads. Danielle did all the net raising today. It was pouring down rain,
We were wet.
so that was interesting. But we got a little bit of footage on that. Hard to film. Appreciate the thumbs up already. Thank y'all. So I'm gonna turn the phone around,
I'll be watching for
the
y'all's
camera,
comments.
and Danielle's watching the comments.
Yeah.
So she's gonna read them off to me. Maybe we can make it all work a little bit better like that. So y'all got any questions, comments, concerns? Appreciate all of those. So we'll get started cleaning these fish. All right, there's the fish cleaning table. About got this fish cleaning thing down.
Hey,
I
I
see
know
the.
that. That
I
we know.
see. Yep.
Ooh.
Is Rick on there watching too? I see the
Thank you.
Alabama symbol. I know who that is when I see the Alabama
Yep.
symbol.
Okay, let me see if I can fix the comments so I can read them more. Yeah, y'all definitely check out our video that we dropped this morning. Thank y'all for watching it. Aw. I think I figured these comments out. How to leave them on there.
Figure out how to keep them on?
Yeah.
I wish you would. You might be the first person to figure that out.
Well,
I've got a few of these channel casts
no, they disappeared.
I'm gonna keep for whole fryers.
Oh, y'all stopped watching last night's live to watch this live? Let's see if I can kind of zoom out. I don't know.
Who was that said that?
Because it's cutting off your head.
You can zoom out just a little bit, maybe. You might can raise it up a little bit.
Raise it up.
Or scoot it back.
Back. That might work. Right.
That work?
Yeah, it's kind of taking your hat off just a
I
hair.
always pull my hat down a little bit.
I'm trying.
Got my technician, my technical coordinator back there working on stuff.
Yeah, might have to raise up the. I'm working on it.
What do you need me to do?
Nothing. I think I got it situated. It is cutting off your hat though.
That's not gonna work.
So let's raise it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
Lower it.
Lower.
Yeah, when you lower, you can angle it. Just run each one of these down just a little bit. Y'all be patient with us just a minute. Alright, now go back down so we're closer to the table.
Okay.
And turn the phone up a little bit. Now let's see what it does.
Well, we done changed it again, Mr. Bill. Give us just a moment.
How's that? Any better?
Yeah, I mean, we see your face better. Last time it had
So
you
it's
cut
cut
off.
the top of my hat off?
Just a little, yeah.
Well, we can't have that.
Okay,
I moved it closer to the table too, to the fish cleaning table.
yeah.
Maybe go all the way down with them. We'll get it in a minute. You'd think by now we would figure this stuff out, y'all.
No.
Nope, that ain't working. Hang on, well, leave it, because I can move it up right here. Let me just say. Or is that the wrong one? That's the wrong one. All right, there we go. How's that? I bet
You're
that.
not standing in front of it.
Yeah, but I bet that's
Y'all
better.
be patient with us. We don't want his head cut off.
How's that? That better?
You got to get in there.
I am in here.
Yeah.
Better?
No.
No?
I mean, your hat's still.
Well, I mean, look, I don't ever have this problem.
We didn't have the problem before.
We only have this problem when Danielle comes down here. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it's definitely got to be with Danielle. I also can adjust it easier if I'm over there looking at it. Charlie says that's good. So let's see about that. How's that? Is that better?
Yeah, you're in there.
Better?
Is that better for y'all? Definitely let us know. Because I haven't touched it.
We got a few small ones,
Kind of,
but we
but
got
we're
a
not
few.
going to say anything.
What? It's still cutting it off, ain't it?
Just a little.
Well, that's kind of frustrating.
Just a little.
I
But they are like.
I never have that problem though.
We didn't have that problem last time. He's cleaning channel cats right now.
Yeah, I got four pretty nice flatheads to clean, but I'm gonna knock these channel cats out first.
Does our channel cats here have much
Let's
mercury?
spin this around and do this a different way. Reverse it. That way I can see what's going on. Which is the way I wanted it to start off with. I don't know, I never had that much problems with it. Yeah, maybe that's what I normally do right there, I think. Alright, we're gonna get there, y'all. Sorry, we should have had this set up beforehand. That's a little bit better right there. Y'all can hear me all right? We'll get, because I can't read them and get all these out of here too. We got some pretty channel cats here that we caught. We actually caught these on the rod and reel. These weren't caught in the net, so they were caught in the rod and reel. But I like to have a few whole fryers, so we're gonna whole fry a couple of them. I'm gonna skin the smaller ones and fillet the bigger ones. You're not reading off anything, too.
I haven't seen anything.
You're not seeing the comments? They're popping up. You're not seeing them?
Come on. No questions.
Y'all pretty quiet. That's perfect eating size right there. Whole fryers. Somebody said 45 people in the chat, less than 20 likes. Yeah, I agree. Not sure why that is. Probably should have filleted this one. I think I probably will end up filleting this one. Mercury in our catfish. You're going to have to read them off to me. Are you not able to see them?
I am now.
Oh.
But you were into the camera.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure they got a little, probably some mercury in them. I don't know, but all them old timers, some of my ancestors, great uncles and stuff, they eat fish till they were in their 90s, so I'm not sure. And they eat a lot of fish. They eat a lot of fish like I do. So I'm not sure about all the mercury stuff. That may be some political stuff. I'm not sure. They say they test them and there's some mercury in some of the fish in the Washita River and different places, but I don't know. I had never seen no mercury in them, so I'm not sure about all that.
Okay, the fishless fisherman said, I usually use pliers to skin catfish. Do you find the skinners are easier to use?
The skinners, Oakley, stop. Hey, get out of that. The skinners I love because the way I do, like I go up in under that little bone right there and I can just break that bone off. I may not have got close enough to the camera for y'all to see that. But the skinners, I mean, if you got just a little bit of skin exposed there, you can grab them with those skinners. And they're a little harder to grab with any kind of pliers, I would think. But, yeah, I mean, catfish skinners, I think, are worth the investment if you're going to skin catfish. We do fillet a lot. We use the electric fillet knife on a lot of fish, a lot of catfish. But the skinners, I like to have around for whole fryers and for really big fish that just would probably break or burn up the fillet knife.
Personal opinion is skinners work best than pliers.
Is what?
Skinners work best than pliers.
Skinners, oh yeah.
And then they say as long as your eyes are not glowing in the dark, you're good. I guess talking about our moving it around and everything.
Y'all see these that's pretty good size channel cat right there. I mean, if they get much bigger than that, I'm gonna be honest about it. Like, I guess I'd clean them and eat them, but that size and down's what I want. He's probably pound and a half.
Keep doing what you're doing. I really like your content. Never cleaned catfish. Don't know why, but anyway, cleaned 25 crappie yesterday.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with the crappie, that's for sure. Me and Danielle was just today talking about going and talking about lining up a trip. Me talking, trying to do this live, I hardly ever mess up one of these fillets on a channel cat, but I messed that one up.
They say to limit eating channel catfish to once a month here in one of our lakes here in Tennessee because of the mercury.
Tennessee? Oh, they just don't want y'all catching the fish. They say the same thing here, but I don't know if anybody's. I do know they stress a little more on like pregnant women and kids and stuff.
Okay, I got what they meant whenever they said as long as your eyes are not glowing in the dark, you're good. Talking about the mercury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then if you can see your skin turning color from the toes up as it gets hotter, then the mercury levels are too high.
There's like some gnats or something that are like, we've been having no bugs out here, no mosquitoes or nothing. And these things are about to eat me alive up here.
Do y'all eat drum fish?
Drum?
Correct.
That's a gastrogoo.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Danielle caught one today, and it probably would have been an okay one to eat because it was about half a pound.
But I ripped its head off.
And we threw it back. We caught and released him.
He was too bait.
We tried to cook one in a video last year. Maybe I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. It was horrible. Everything else we cooked tastes pretty good, and that thing was horrible.
Well,
Don't
I like
get no
his
better
face
than
and
that right
his
there,
hat,
y'all.
so we wanted both in it.
That's as good as it gets right there.
Crunchy Cracker said, I've eaten them before. They're not that bad. I guess we just cooked it wrong or something. Because Bradley did not like it, and so in return, I did not eat it.
Yeah, Danielle didn't even try it.
Yeah. Hello, Brad, and hello, Danielle. Happy Mother's Day, Danielle, Washington, Indiana here. Thank you.
Nice channel cat right there, y'all. I think I caught that one, the biggest one.
Aww.
Danielle did catch one of the pretty good sized ones.
Yeah.
We caught a few, was kind of seeing how it was going. We thought about shooting a video and did a little videoing, and we was...
The weather was not in our favor.
Yeah. We got rained on, had some bad weather, and we kind of decided we'd rather go brim fishing.
Like, we were trying to catch catfish while we were soaking wet. Like, head to toe, soaking wet.
Yeah, the sun's shining. Y'all can see the sky's blue. Y'all, these gnats or what? I think it's these little black gnats are just wearing me out.
I think as long as you don't eat fish with mercury every day. I hope not. I hope our fish does not have mercury because we eat a lot of fish. I've had black drum from the ocean, which is pretty good. Never tried freshwater drum.
Black drum's a different story now. Black drum we do like. I like black drum as good as I do amberjack, and I actually like sheephead better myself. But black drum, those little puppy drum are pretty tasty. Those that are just legal or a little over legal size, those things are fantastic on the grill.
Hey, y'all, tried those Asian carp yet? No, we have not. I want to, though.
I'm going to let Danielle, I'll cook them, but she's going to have to be the taste tester on the Asian carp.
I don't mind. Okay, I missed one. I use a few bait poles and have trouble pulling them back out. Do you have any tricks?
Put some gloves on and roll them. Kind of go to spinning them a little bit.
Yeah. And
when you go to spinning them a little bit, and another thing, if you're having too much trouble pulling them out, you may be putting them in too deep. Because the catfish ain't gonna pull it straight back out. He's pulling down at an angle, and it's gonna kink it up in that mud like it's not gonna pull out as bad as you think it would. So far, we haven't had any pulled out, but I do get some in sometimes, and I get them too far in, and they're like hard to get out. But just try twisting it a time or two, turning it about 360 degrees, and then see if it helps slide
Okay, get out of that. Okay, so, I'm kind of skipping down, but I'll go back. Richard said My wife said when you folks start selling your hats and shirts at Cooters, I can come get them. I'm only 6.5 hours one way.
6, 6.5 hours one way.
Well, we'll save you a gas and a trip.
You can now get our hats online. We've got an online store set up for our hats.
And you can go to our main channel. You try, because I'm like screaming.
Yeah.
You go to our main channel.
You'll be able to go to our main channel, go to the bio, click the bio, where all of our information is, tells about us and all. And down below there, you'll see a link tree that says Linktree / God's Country Hunting and Fishing or something like that. Click on that, and there will be all of our information there. And about the second or third tab down is going to be the merch store. Or you can wait till we post any of our recent videos. You can look in the description, the comment section on those. This video, when we do the lives, they process the lives, and I can't edit anything other than what y'all have right now on the live until about 12 or 14 hours has passed. So tomorrow sometime I'll attach it in the comment section on this live and in the description of the video. I guess we could have went ahead and put it in the description, Danielle, and I didn't think about it, of this live. But yeah, it'll end up, that link tree is going to have all of our stuff on it.
Crunchy Cracker, he said, y'all have a great rest of y'all's night and keep up the great work. He must be going to bed.
I know some of these guys are over on the East Coast. They're an hour behind us, or an hour ahead of us, I mean.
Me and Dad, this is growing up in America. I think this is maybe the 12-year-old. Me and Dad ran 25 jugs last night, got 9 channel cats and 1 shovel and a drum. They're okay, but you want to eat. Just eat the top loin.
Y'all got lots colder water where y'all are too, I think. So those things are probably better eating where y'all are than where we're at as well. But it sounds like y'all had a pretty productive night to get what he's calling shovel heads of flathead. So that's a pretty good night actually to catch all that.
People are afraid to eat fish now up here in, I want to say, I don't know if that's North Carolina, East Tennessee, after the hurricane, after everything that is washed down the river. WNC, North Carolina?
North Carolina?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, you got lots of rain and stuff. These streams and rivers and creeks, they'll purify themselves fairly quick. They claim that, like with fish, maybe if they get something in them, that it doesn't come out of them as fast. But you know, as far as saying like they got mercury or something in them, I mean, where do they get mercury from? There's not mercury in anything nowadays, as far as I know. I mean, they just about like don't use mercury anymore. So if they got mercury in them, where'd it come from? Is it natural? I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody can answer that. Maybe somebody on here knows.
So lots of bones in the cart. Wondering if you could grind them up like gar patties.
I'm not sure on that. I can tell y'all, you know, we tried some buffalo ground up, and we were not as crazy about the buffalo ground up as we were pressure cooked. We pressure cooked it and with the bony part in it, and that's our favorite way to do it, is to pressure cook it. Just pressure cook it about 1.5 hours, 2 hours until those bones dissolve, and then make your patties out of it.
What's the best to catch catfish? Not a fishing hole like we do.
What kind of catfish you talking about? I mean, these channel cats we caught on cold worms this afternoon. We went for a couple hours just playing around. So, I mean, that's just a hook and line with rod and reels.
Okay. I watched that channel you and your friend made running the limb lines. and the bait poles. Oh, he watched
Today's video?
today's Mike did watched our video today of y'all running the limb lines and the bait poles. That was Bimbo and what, probably Joe was in there.
No, Joe wasn't in that one. It's just me and Bimbo.
And the grub you and Danielle grilled out, and those fries look really good, Danielle. I think we're gonna.
We've had a lot of questions about those fries, so.
Yeah. I think we're gonna slow it down and put them in another video.
The fries, yeah. We'll do the fries in probably next week's video,
Western North Carolina.
and we'll actually show how to cook those fries. We'll let Danielle do that in next week's video. We'll film that this week, the fry cooking part of it, and we'll go over that.
Mercury and fish and CWD and deer is about the same thing, a joke.
Pretty much.
Most carp are better ground and made into patties or balls, kind of like gar balls.
Yeah, I've never done the carp thing. That's something. I mean, we'll try it on the channel.
Do you know about how long by chance before they have more of those bait poles back on the website?
Yeah, we've had a lot of questions
don't know
about
if y'all
that.
talked to him or not.
They're still. I hadn't talked to him this week. I talked to him last week, and they're still working on it. I'm just being honest with y'all. They're struggling. It's not just them. All of the companies that are getting stuff from overseas are struggling right now. So what's happened? I know some of you seen the news, some of you hadn't. Some people don't watch it, whatever. But the trade, the little trade war that we got going on, we've put like 140% tariff, my understanding, on all of the goods that are coming from overseas. So all these small companies and a lot of outdoors companies, there's only about a 10% markup or margin on goods that they make profit on. So there's not a lot of money in this stuff, y'all know, as far as being able to make money. So they're going to shop places they can get the stuff reasonably priced, which is overseas. And they're just, if you mark it up 140%, you're talking about over double the price what you would have to pay. So the prices that they had listed last year, you know, I think they're around $20-25 for like those bank poles. If they pay that tariff and get those bank poles are going to be about $40 to $50 a piece. And I don't think anybody's going to pay that for them. So they're just right now hoping that something gets resolved and that tariff gets knocked down a little bit or something where they can get those poles over here. I know he's got 2,000 of those ordered. 2,000 poles are on order right now. So I don't want to tell you they'll be in 3 or 4 weeks and them not be here, but the last I've heard, it was something in that time frame. Originally it was 8 weeks, but like I said, I just don't want. I don't want to say and then them not show up or something happens. Who knows what's going to happen with this stuff, y'all? I'm not gonna get into too much into the political end of it. I do know everybody knows we've started years ago, 30, 40 years ago, relying on foreign goods, and we probably never should have done that. It took manufacturing out of the United States, and now we don't make nothing here anymore. I mean, if they were easy to find, you could go buy them at Walmart. That's the problem. We don't make them here in the U.S. The blanks for them. So I'm not going to get into too much as far as like how to make them and all of that. You know, if something don't happen this year and those poles don't become available or something like that, then that may be something we do in the future, is work on like how-to videos or something on how to make them yourself or something. But I don't want to say we're going to do that and then not do it. So we'll cross that road in the future.
Okay, so I have to say, when I watch y'all running lines and nets, the cooking, them, I start craving catfish. So I just finished a big plate of catfish from watching this morning. We are having catfish too tonight.
Yep, we probably fixing to have some of these channel cats right here. Probably what I'm eating for supper.
And then we are going to have a crawfish peeling tonight.
We got to peel crawfish from the live that we did last night.
Yeah, because we got something planned. Okay, so he said thank you about the bait poles.
I wished I had a better answer.
They have another kind at Nets and More. Okay, yeah, hold up. Y'all are gonna get to see me in here, so let's see. Let's see if somebody will comment. Because y'all don't click on that.
He's talking about Nets and More. I know there's other places to get bank poles, and I'm not gonna tell you not to get bank poles. If I wanted to go fish some, I would go get me a few, and maybe look at these later when he gets them in. The difference with the ones that we're using from Opelousas bank poles, they do sponsor the channel. These poles are a 2-part pole. I've showed them to y'all in some of the videos, and they screw together, so they're easier to put in. Danielle's doing something, so I'm trying to not mess her up, but they're easier to put into the bank, and they're easier to get out, and they take up less room in the boat. And he also has a 10-foot pole that's I think 5/8 or 7. It's bigger than 1/2 inch. They're fiberglass material, and they're pretty durable. And I mean, we caught some pretty good catfish on them last year, and they've caught some really big. I think they caught a 43-pounder last week on one of their poles up in Arkansas. So they catch some big fish, no doubt. That said, any of them will catch some fish or catch fish. It's not a matter. Any of them will work. I'm not going to try to persuade people one way or another. Those are just a really nice pole to fish.
Okay, hello from Homa. Good to see you guys. Like watching your shows. Bradley, you and your better half are doing a great job. Thank you. We always enjoy these positive comments. All of y'all give them.
These gnats killing me.
I want to know the outcome of grilled whole fryers.
Grilled whole fryers coming right up. We'll make that happen. Already been thinking about that actually.
Love y'all's videos, and he responded back on the bank poles, saying, "Yeah, I'm going to wait it out." Cypress Creek Outdoors. Hey, Bradley and Danielle. Hello. I'm back here. Bradley's up there.
I'll tell you on the bank poles again. I have some 3/8 ones, 3/8 fiberglass that I made myself out of tree stakes. But I'm not. When I go fishing now, I'm not going to use the Opelousas bank poles because they're sponsored. I'm using them because they're better poles. That said, we still catch fish on the 3/8 ones. They're not as springy. They got a lot more give, and they're a lot more flexible. So I guess if you think about it like a rod and reel, if you got a little bit stiffer pole, you get a little bit better hook set. So I'm not going to say you're going to catch more or less fish. I haven't done it long enough to determine that at this point. But what I can tell you is they'll flat catch fish, but you can catch them on 3/8 poles also. So I'm not going to tell you not to order some. Like I said, if I wanted to go and fish them and the river was right or wherever you're fishing, I would get a dozen, and then when those other ones come in stock, just order a few from them, and you'll have some of both, and you can fish all of them together. That's not a problem at all. That's some of what we do. We're still fishing the 3/8 ones I made also. If I'm only going to take a dozen poles, I'm taking the ones I got from them. I can tell y'all that.
The grilled flathead looked delicious. Going to try one on the next catch. Y'all, that was so good.
Just don't flip it. Skin it. Don't use electric fillet knife, so you get the membrane like this on it, the side of it, and just don't skin it. Y'all see, I show that in the videos how I make my little cuts. I go right behind the ribs here, put 3 cuts on those whole fryers,
Once you put it on the grill, keep it there.
and that's yeah. We have not done whole fryers on the grill. Now I'll tell you, I have eaten grilled catfish, like we did the other night or in that video today, and I've also have done mudcat on the grill when I was younger, but I have not done channel cats on the grill whole. But we'll do that in an upcoming video. We may even barbecue them. I think it'd be real good. Slap some Sweet Baby Rays or something on them. I bet they'd be fantastic. I ain't got a problem trying it. I bet Danielle don't either. Might do that and some grilled corn on the cob. We
I
used
don't
to do
eat
that
corn.
a lot. But I just take these. I'll put 3 little slits in each side of them to help that grease get in there. That's probably what I'm eating for supper right there, them whole fries.
If y'all just joined us, we're cleaning channel cats that we caught.
Got 4 flatheads coming.
Yeah, that's what we caught in our nets. So,
We're not tearing them up right now. The net fishing's kind of slow. We're out of the river.
y'all will enjoy that video. We keep it actually absolutely real.
Yeah, pouring down rain, trying to raise the nets.
Yeah.
So all of this fish is done and clean.
Dang.
So that's what we caught on the rod and reel right there, all of that. What you got? Watch this.
You got somebody posting spam on me.
Huh?
Posting stuff you shouldn't have.
What?
Wait till another comment comes up.
What was it?
Love y'all's content from Delhi, Louisiana. Bait poles can also be made from PVC pipe.
Yes, they can be made from PVC pipe. I've never fished the PVC pipe ones. I know people that have, though.
I'm thinking, y'all bear with me. We seem to have somebody posting spam in there, and I don't want y'all clicking on any of that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the
so-
only link that is safe for y'all to click on is our link tree. If it's on our channel, on our stuff, feel free to, everything is good with our links. But if somebody ever posts something
like in our lives is what they're doing.
in the comments besides our link tree that says God's Country Hunting and Fishing, don't click on it. But our link tree is set up with all of our links in it. All
Okay.
those links will be
Get out of
safe.
there.
Those are links that we use. Y'all give me just a second. I'm fixing to grab a flathead.
I'm thinking smoked grilled catfish would be awesome. That sounds good. It rained here about all day, Columbia, South Carolina.
These gnats, I don't know what these things are. These little gnats are tearing me
You
up.
need
this
some off.
I'm telling you, like they're all over
Why do
me.
you think I got on Dylan's hoodie? And then my pants were soaking wet though.
Thought I had him washed off.
Couldn't wear them.
All right, y'all check that out. Got a nice flathead there. I don't know, probably 8, maybe 10 pounds.
Man, the flies are bad here in Mississippi right now. The other day, it was those, what we call love bugs. They were everywhere. Y'all have, okay, hold up. Y'all have got me wanting good catfish coubillon.
Catfish what?
Coubillon.
Yeah.
We
That'd
were
be
just
nice.
talking about that today. Like the fish cleaning table, you cleaned your fish on. Love the videos too. That's from Taylor. And that table is just Teflon. I know sometimes we have a lot of people that ask us what this table is made of. It's just Teflon. And then, like, after he finishes cleaning fish, and I know he's not going to clean fish the next day, I'll try to put bleach on it and clean it up real good so it sits there for a little while.
Normally don't have this much trouble with these flies out here.
No.
I know it's Mother's Day. I know everybody's
We got 90, well, me
eating
looking at it.
and all of that, so we wasn't expecting a ton of people to come on, but we appreciate everybody that did.
Yeah.
Hope y'all had a good Mother's Day.
We're cleaning some fish. Bradley just ain't liking them flies.
Them flies are bad, y'all. Had to take care of them flies. Can't have them jokers.
See, we got Taylor in there.
We just keep it
Bill.
real out here, y'all. That's another one, about 8 pounds probably right there. That one's a little lighter than that last one was.
Missing Travis. Spirit of the outdoors. I can't stand the flies.
We moved to the lake with our nets. We put 6 nets over in the lake. It's always feast or famine over there. You'll catch 4 or 5. We run last week, had 5. Run this week, had 4.
Quite a few
Today
thoroughbreds.
we did have 2 bigger ones though, and you just never know. I mean, you pull up the net, sometimes you'll have 7 or 8 of these big flatheads in there. You just never know over there. Last year we didn't hardly do even as good as we're doing this year.
Oh, there was times we would go and run, wouldn't even come out.
Yeah,
with
we
them.
run a couple of times last year over there and didn't have a fish in like 7 or 8 nets.
Thank you.
River's a lot different. We always catch some buffalo and blues, and that's why I like fishing the river. It's kind of exciting to me because you never know what you're going to have when you pull a net up. But we just can't go fish the current that we've got where we normally fish at. Just trying to let it drop out a little bit, and then we'll go back down and probably put some more nets out. At least get a couple weeks in before it gets too hot, maybe.
We have a fresh patch of small black gnats.
The black gnats.
Is that what's over there?
These are not like the black gnats in South Louisiana. Black gnats down there are like, those things are really bad. But that's what these are like a little.
In deep East Texas.
They're a little small gnat like that. These that we've got up here in North Louisiana. Them down South Louisiana, I don't want no part of them.
How far do y'all live from where you fish? Well, both of them about the same distance from us. About, well, no.
10 miles. About 10 miles. 10 miles to the lake, 15 to the river, and if we fish the creek beside the house, if it'll ever quit raining and it gets right, a lot of our brim fishing will come off of that creek. It's right here. Like, we can ride the bicycle or 4-wheeler down there, or walk.
You can ride the bike. Okay.
And y'all don't do the e-bikes too much.
Yeah, we
Let's do a live, let her ride the
We
e-bikes.
agree, Mr. Bill.
What it? Got the 2 better ones coming.
Smoked catfish, it is really good.
Have not tried that. That's probably going to be something we're going to do in some videos. Some smoked gar and, well, we did the grilled catfish the other day, but that really wasn't smoked. With that seasoning we put on it, has a smoked flavor. But y'all check that one out. Now we got a nice one. Look at that. Nice flathead right there. That one's probably 17, 18 pounds. That's
Cody
a nice
said
one.
Justin made the new building into a cleaning shed.
Do what?
Said Cody said Justin made the new building into a cleaning shed.
Who? I know Cody, but who's they talking about?
Said Justin
Justin?
made the new building into a cleaning shed.
I'm not sure who Justin is. Lost me on that one.
Okay. I'm trying to catch the comments because we got one that don't need to be in there. Have y'all done the smoked catfish dip?
Have not done no smoked catfish dip.
It's in here. Right there. How do I block?
Where are these spammers coming from? Y'all get a life.
Remove.
Quit searching channels like ours and others that you can harass people on or put your spam on. Go find something productive.
Spirit of the Outdoors is Justin.
Oh, Justin, okay. I'm about as bad with names as I am numbers. So I can't remember names or numbers.
Okay, so have y'all done the smoked catfish dip?
No.
I didn't hear you on that one.
We have not done no smoked catfish dip.
Does he have it on his channel? Spirit of the Outdoors. I have to click on it. Okay. I'm still watching from Florida.
Who?
Last night, you remember how we were trying to say the town in Florida?
Yeah, I'm horrible with those Florida names, y'all. I can't say those Florida names.
Still watching. Okay. I made smoked flathead dip today. Turned out pretty good.
Smoked flathead dip.
That's it. Hey guys, good to see you again.
Sounds good.
Smoked catfish dip can't be beat. See now, I'm interested. I have to go find this smoked. Catfish.
I'm telling y'all, these gnats.
That's all we heard. There it is. Ooh.
Y'all look at that, nothing but a backbone.
Now I see what it is, and yes, we will make that. It looks good.
Sounds good. I'm all about smoking meats and
If you make that dip, you better have plenty of crackers. I make a really good chicken salad, and so we keep...
Yeah, we actually ate chicken salad today. Danielle does it out of the rotisserie chicken. She'll just go get one of those rotisserie chickens and make it out of it. Works perfect. All right, we got one more to knock the hide off of.
But I have 6 spots of crackers.
This is a pretty one right here, y'all.
That sounds like what
And
Bradley
it was
has to have for
really
chili or
kind of
something.
odd because we raised the first 4 nets we raised today. Each had 1 flathead in it, and the last 2 didn't have a single fish in them.
Nope, not at all.
But like I said, the first 4 each had a really nice flathead in them. And when I say really nice, y'all look, that's a pretty good one right there. Another, I don't know, 18, 20 pounder there. That's the little bit bigger ones, nice ones. And I think this may actually be a male fish here, but might have something big in its belly. No, that's female. Thought it was male. They're not like really fat with eggs.
Do y'all do you cut the red meat out of the flathead?
These bigger ones I will trim them. Those smaller ones, probably a little bit of trim, but not a lot. There's just not a lot of need in them. These this big, yeah, I'll probably trim them a little bit.
That's Dylan that I heard talking. Got it. Headlight on?
Yeah, he went outside. You just don't want to rush on these bigger ones. You don't want to rush that fillet knife through that fish, through those ribs, y'all. Just let it do its work. These knives, that's that Black & Decker. A lot of times people asking about what knife we're using. They're about $15, $20 on Amazon or Walmart. Just a regular old Black & Decker electric knife. It's not really called a fillet knife. We don't get nothing off of that. We're not sponsored by them, nothing like that. So.
Okay, so gnats are bad in Illinois too. Okay, Michael just tuned in. Tuned in. Did I miss why you cut the tails off? Never seen you do that before.
Somebody commented in the last one we did that we didn't bleed the fish, but that was to bleed the fish. So one, I don't really want to clean fish on a live YouTube video with a fish flopping and being alive and stuff. Because we always get some negative comments on that. You know, most people that fish all the time as much as we do, they let the knife hit them and clean the fish. Then you get questions like, how do you dispatch the fish and all that? You do one of two things. You either put them on ice, or, you know, I guess you can knock them in the head or whatever, or you can cut the tail off and bleed them, and that's a wrap. One, the meat, I did that on purpose today to show a little bit of difference, and the meat will be probably a little bit lighter colored because all four of these flatheads got bled out. But that's why I did it today. I don't always do it. A lot of times we just don't think about it, or we're on the river, you know, we're a good ways from the house. We throw them in the bucket, and never crosses our mind until we get home, and they're normally expired by the time we get home or something.
We should have fried those eggs.
By the time, no, not them. I've been a part of trying those. I didn't care for them.
Well, some people told us to try the crappie eggs.
Hey, you stopped me. I was
going to tell you
I had
to
a
turn the
thought
light on.
process, and you stopped me.
It's okay.
Yeah,
Next subject.
if you bleed them, you might have a little bit better quality meat. So we're gonna do it that way this time. But these fish was really alive and flopping around and stuff. So that was just a quick way to take care of that.
Dispatch them.
Little dispatch job. But yep, so we got all of our sides. Still got the skin on one side. So we'll come in here.
Life's Too Short has a video on making the smoked catfish dip. I've looked it up. It looks good.
Now my skin there. So
I'll look it up on that.
here's what I was gonna show you. It is a little bit lighter, but you still got the red meat. Okay, that was bled out. So all your meat's not gonna just turn white. You still got the red meat, and this right here, up that middle strip, is still fat, even though it's bled out. See, I gotta trim that out anyways. So that's why sometimes I don't worry about bleeding them out, because I'm not sure it makes a whole lot of difference, to be honest about it, other than it does dispatch the fish. But yeah, it'll get a little bit of blood out of the meat and stuff, but you know, people talk about that with deer the same way. Y'all know the blood really isn't in the meat per se. It's in the blood vessels and stuff. So you could argue about all that all day long. It's kind of personal preference, you know. If somebody wants to bleed something or not bleed it. I mean, I've seen a lot of flathead catfish dressed that never had the tails cut off of them. But we did it tonight just to...
You've done it a couple of times.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
On the really big ones.
I didn't do it just for the video tonight. I do that a good bit on big flopping fish, or mainly on bigger fish, to be honest about it, guys. These smaller fish, and when I say bigger, I'm talking over 30 pounds. Those, yeah, we're going to take as much as we can out of those.
Spirit of the Outdoors did that catfish dip. I'm going to look it up.
Catfish dip?
Yeah. You got another one from Houma, Louisiana.
Houma?
Yeah.
Several people from Houma.
I was watching my two British guys on TikTok, and they called it something else, and I just...
Alma or something?
No, I'll have to look it back up, but it was hilarious.
We'll be headed down that way before too long. Do some saltwater stuff.
They called it Huma.
Huma?
They're the British guys that they're now in Louisiana right now, so. But they're headed down to Huma. Oop, let me turn mine back down.
Appreciate y'all getting on here. We got 110 people on right now.
Oh, I'm not the only one that watches them. It's been so much fun watching them. They went to Shreveport and
I ain't
everybody.
even seen these guys she's talking about, y'all.
They went to Shreveport. We were like, no, get out of Shreveport before it gets dark.
Yeah, don't stay in Shreveport, whatever you do. There's quite a few places you probably don't want to be in Louisiana after dark. But,
My husband and I tried the fish. This is Miss LaWanda, the one in Florida.
Florida?
Yeah. She said my husband and I tried the fish and grits y'all made on one of your lives with the white sauce you made with the bacon and onions and heavy cream. It was amazing. Yes. Oh my gosh.
The fish and grits, you could do shrimp and grits, whatever you want. I'm not dirty. I'm not itching because of that, y'all. If y'all just join, I'm trying to get these gnats off of me.
He's been telling us all about it.
I'm not a crackhead or something, but those fish and grits, that recipe. What video was that on? I'm trying to remember.
It's been about
a
three or 4 weeks ago.
few weeks ago we did
Yeah,
that.
it
Y'all
was
missed
amazing.
that. Y'all got to check that one out. That one, you could do it with shrimp, fish, probably oysters, or you could do it with a pork chop. It wouldn't matter. It's good.
We got a lot of people in South Louisiana watching right now. So, my question to all of the people in South Louisiana that are watching, and this is Danielle, I'm in the back over here reading comments.
She's back there.
Do you call it a snowball or a snow cone? Oh my gosh.
Where'd she come up with this stuff at, y'all? I don't even know. I don't even know what she's talking about.
And there is a difference.
Alright, y'all check that out right there. We got them belly meats off of that flathead. Going there right by the ribs.
Snowball.
Get as much of that out of there as possible without getting bone.
Telling you.
Take the bones out now. And then we just got that good filet left.
Snowball. We're in a snowball and snow cone conversation now.
Look at there.
It's ready to fry up.
Pretty filet right there. And you could say, well, it's been bled out. It's a little bit lighter. I don't know. Some of them end up light. Some of them don't. I can't tell no difference, y'all. I'm just being honest, y'all, as far as the taste goes.
Thermocell.
Whether you bleed them or not.
That's what we need out here is a thermocell. I probably have one in my hunting bag.
Oh, we got some thermocells, but I don't plan on being out here that much longer to have to go dig them out. For sure.
I was just telling Bradley yesterday I was ready for a snowball. Call them snow cones, snowballs up here. Down there they say snowballs.
Definitely appreciate all y'all joining on and watching. It's a little different deal for us doing these lives.
Grinnell.
Huh?
Have you tried Grinnell?
Grinnell?
So
I have not,
Cody said that Spirit of the Outdoors, Justin got him eating Grinnell from watching his channel.
Yeah, I ain't, but I got a really good place that we catch a lot of them, so I don't know, it may be something we do in a video. We might. We'll see what happens on that. Got a place we catch some bass and sockeye and
Say we need to try an Asian.
brim and stuff. We also catch a lot of grinnell when we're in there bass fishing. So
Cypress bass.
they normally wreck our spinner baits pretty bad. Gotta be as good as bass as far as eating wise. bass pretty low on my list.
If y'all haven't noticed, he calls them ditch pickles.
I do like Kentucky bass, little spotted bass. I love those things. To me, they eat better than a largemouth. And a lot of it depends on where the largemouth comes from. The river fish, as long as they're under 3 pounds, they seem to be pretty good tasting. I know I've eat them like over 4. That man, I just about just release them, throw them back. And I'm not really a fish releaser per se, but they just wouldn't make the bigger ones to me. Just I don't know, they don't taste good. But that's me.
Okay. Greg said, Bradley, a little red meat gives a little better flavor, especially in the. And I'm probably saying this so wrong.
Several people said that, but
Maybe on.
yeah, I leave a little bit on, but we don't leave a lot. We cut the center line out, is what we're cutting out. I'll show you in just a minute when I get all these separated. Keep thinking I gotta sharpen this knife and don't do it.
Oakley has been right here with us. We got 116 people.
I saw 117 on there a minute ago.
Did y'all's hush puppy recipe last week when frying catfish. It is very good. Just cut back on the sugar. I forgot to add sugar to it one time.
Yeah, hush puppies are jam up. If y'all ain't never tried those, y'all might want to look up that recipe.
And you know what's even better with that is like the cheese dip.
Yeah, if you do a cheese dip like the Velveeta cheese dip or a queso or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've ever done them with a queso, but I think that's what we might try pretty soon. Is the hush puppies with a queso? That'd be fantastic. I don't know. I guess these gnats are small enough they're crawling through the mesh on my hat or going in the back or something because they're getting under my hat.
I love the hush puppies, but a little sugar does help the taste. Don't try it without the sugar.
Yeah, don't try it without no sugar. I wouldn't.
I did that.
Used to. I mean, the original recipe, I don't even think had sugar in it, but
Well, one of our
I
recipes
started-
we used Jiffy Mix one time.
yeah, and Jiffy Mix is pretty good. Makes good hush puppies.
Yeah.
If you got it laying around, ain't got nothing else, it'll work.
Hello from Alabama. 2 live chats in 2 days. Laughing out loud. Yeah, we thought we would get on here and say Happy Mother's Day to everybody and do a little bit more chit-chatting with y'all.
Hey, we just got to do them when we can because we know the next at least 4 days
Yeah.
we won't be able to.
Yeah.
'Cause I work the next 4 days, so yeah. There's certain days that we're off a couple days in a row. We'll end up doing them.
I can always go live
if we got
without
time.
him.
It's kind of one of them things like we're gonna dress fish anyways, and if that's something y'all like to see or like communicating with us while we dressing fish, we don't mind going live and doing that. Only thing I'm minding tonight is these gnats. Some things that's about to tote me off.
Let's see. Okay, let me get back through here.
Good grief.
Y'all's channel is growing. When I first started, I got that in the way. Started watching y'all, only had like 10 people.
10 people.
We've grown quite a bit.
You started watching us when we had 10 people.
He's been here quite a while.
You've been there a long time, and that's been February would have been 5 years. So we're in our 6th year now. I think February we had completed 5 years of actually dropping videos. Now the first 2 years we wasn't really all that serious about it. You know, we was just kind of messing with it and had to come to a decision later on in life whether we was going to take it serious and do it and be regular at it or let it go, one of the two. So that's where we was.
It's been fun. we enjoy keeping y'all on our
And yes, at times
journey
we
of
actually
life.
did consider, we didn't even know if we wanted to keep doing YouTube or not. We actually did consider not doing it anymore, to be honest about it. So we always said when we started it, it was just a trial basis, kind of see how things went. We didn't know if we would have time or anything else. And I think what's happened, we've gotten used to it enough that it's like part of life now or everyday activities. So we'll see where it goes in the future. Who knows? It's hard for us
But
to
we have a
say.
grandbaby that likes watching our videos
Yeah,
now.
we'd like to leave them something behind. When
Yeah.
we're gone from this earth, at least they'll have something to watch and some documentation on some of the stuff that we did. That's part of the reason we do it. Y'all can see there's a little bit of fat on that fillet right here. I'm taking that off right now is what I'm doing. You don't want
Hey
that on
from
there.
West Virginia. Good evening, guys. Hello from Texas. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Randall says, never add sugar to hush puppies. I add salt and onions. We add salt and onions.
Or is he saying don't ever add it, or is he saying he has never added it? If
Uh,
you're saying you've never added it and you can actually have a little sugar, add you about half a cup or 3/4 a cup and try that. See what you think. It might make a whole together different hush puppy. My opinion.
When's the fish fry?
In about
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Hey from Florida, like your channel, keep it up. Thank you. We always like the encouragement post.
Yep, we always like it. Appreciate it. That's
Yeah.
another one from Florida. There's been a lot of people jump on here from Florida in the last, I don't know, in the last
We got Tennessee,
couple
Florida,
weeks. We've seen a lot of people
Alabama,
from Florida though.
Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi.
A lot of
We got a couple of
northern
Arkansas.
states too. Illinois,
Yeah.
North
West
Dakota,
Virginia.
Georgia. A lot of people from Georgia was on. Pennsylvania.
I especially love seeing where everybody's from.
I kind of like it too. I
Um,
mean, we don't. People comment. We don't know where they're at and what their world's like. It actually helps us know a little bit more about what you're talking about and what you're dealing with as far as regulations and stuff like that if we do know where you're from, because we know that
There's another
Louisiana
from
is
Florida.
pretty liberal on fishing regulations and stuff. But I will tell y'all,
I like hearing from where people are from and them saying the different names. Like we call it a flathead, they might call it something else.
like
Or
the ones shovelhead, that's what they call
Yeah.
them up north. Let me say this though. Let me say this, Danielle. I will
Don't
say
forget.
I'm gonna make a mention about something for all the guys that's still on here and gals that's still on here. When you look at what we do on YouTube, not just us but all the outdoors channels. Huh?
There's a deer in the front
A
yard.
deer
Yeah.
in the front yard?
I just got it on camera.
Okay. Well, let me finish this before I'm saying what I'm
Forget.
saying. These gnats are bad. All right, so a guy commented on one of our videos, and he's from the UK. Yesterday or today, one, and I was conversating back and forth with him just a little bit, and he was talking about the regulations over there a lot stricter than our regulations, and that they really have a hard time like keeping fish and stuff. So there's a lot of truth to that. So when you go out in the outdoors and you're fishing or hunting or whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter. If you're in the United States, one, feel blessed that we get to do what we do, and two, watch how you handle like people that do things different than you do. Like you got bass anglers that go out and that's all they do is fish tournaments. Some of those guys literally hate like the crappie anglers or hate people that run trot lines and yo-yos and things like this that are legal in like Louisiana and different states. But if you take something that they're doing away from them and take it to and get regulations pushed on it through legislation and stuff like that through your state. That's why we have states that chime in, guys from northern states and stuff that chime in and talk about, man, I wish we could fish hoop nets in our state. We can't do that anymore. We can't fish slat traps or wire nets or limb lines or whatever it is. If you're not careful, we fool around and we get all this stuff over regulated. And what I'm saying about this is I've been in about 10 different countries. I worked offshore, worked for Diamond Offshore for 5 years, and I was in some countries, and he's right, they're really restricted to what they can do in some countries overseas. And a lot of countries, there's countries that you can't even fish in, or you can't fish in certain bodies of water at all, much less keep the fish. They have fish there, they're just restricted. So that's something I don't want to see in the United States ever, is us get to the stupid point, because y'all see us catch fish all the time, and we fish all the time. These fish are abundant. I don't want to see us get to the stupid point that we're over-regulated or over-regulate the fisheries. And we see it on our own bodies of water. We see it in some states, some surrounding states, when they go to restricting and slot limiting and doing all these other things to try to push for bigger fish so they have bigger weights at the tournaments and stuff. Just go out and fish and have fun, and don't step on the other outdoorsman, because if you do, sooner or later it's going to come back and get you. You know, I can promise you that. Eventually, you know, everything we lose as a right. Look at the red snapper. That's one of the most abundant fish in the Gulf of America. And yes, I said Gulf of America, but it's overregulated, you know, because federal government got involved. So my 2 cents worth is, don't push for extra regulations. We got a lot of regulations right now, and that's something you want to be real careful about. It's a slippery slope. I know there'll be some people on here agree with me too on that subject.
Yes, you ready for me to read comments again?
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, great.
Get off of my
soapbox.
Yes.
Just found and subscribed today. Appreciate y'all already. That's from Jeff Brown.
Okay. Can't say where he's from.
I haven't got to all of that.
Oh.
I really enjoy watching y'all's videos. They are really awesome. I can't imagine life not filming anymore. That was Justin's Spirit of the Outdoors. I was actually looking to see how to set out a net. Found y'all's channel, so saw how y'all made y'all's own nets, and just stay on from there. It's just something you don't see many people do anymore. Yes, he builds nets in our living room.
I have built. I'm not a net builder per se. I don't build a ton of nets. I build one every once in a while, mostly just for the videos. From an educational standpoint, and we already get feedback from a lot of people saying, you know, they kind of picked it up from our videos and went and learned more on their own, but eventually started being net builders.
That's awesome.
That's my little bit of satisfaction out of that deal.
I think I already read this. Miss Barbara said, hi y'all. Much love from Larry and Barbara. They're in Bell, Florida.
Bell, Florida?
Mm-hmm. Mr. Bill said, YouTube is like getting paid for shooting home movies, old school in today's world. Watching you from Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Yeah, except we don't get paid nothing like what
Let's see.
Movie makers get paid.
Going crabbing and catfishing tomorrow. Cody said that.
Crab sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Sure, we're going to do some of that in a few weeks.
We got people from Arkansas. We got people now from South Dakota. That's where Mr. Jeff is from, that he just subscribed.
We've been through South Dakota.
Yes,
Me and
we
Danielle
have.
drove through South Dakota one time going to Wyoming on a whitetail deer hunt. And the whole time through South Dakota, especially once I got over around the Badlands and the Black Hills and all in there, the whole time across through there, I was like gritting my teeth wanting to get out and start hunting right there. I don't know. I was just picturing antelope and mule deer, and I don't know. It just looked like some pretty hunting. And where we actually hunted,
It was
we
pretty.
hunted a place that actually bordered South Dakota. Actually bordered South Dakota, so it was pretty nice. Nice setup, nice hunt.
Always enjoy the videos. I truly appreciate the way you guys make your videos, including the Lord Jesus in the videos. We definitely give him all the glory, because it would not be the same without him in control of all of this.
Yeah, there's a lot had to happen for us to be able to make YouTube videos. I can tell y'all that for sure.
We have Tennessee up in the house.
We don't go over like stuff that's really happened. You know, we're not going to be on here like telling stuff that's happened in our life. But everything ain't always been a bed of roses. So you definitely got to give God a little thanks on getting you this far in life to where you're even able to come out here and do these videos and stuff that we do.
Hey.
That's all facts.
Nice to see you guys tonight, watching from St. Louis.
St. Louis, is that Missouri?
Yes.
Been pretty close to there. Ain't never been in St. Louis. Went up and deer hunted Missouri last year. Bow hunted. Missed a big buck up there. I was the only one seen a big buck out of our hunting, 3 of us. But I missed a big one. We looked at some other places to hunt up there. Can't afford to hunt the private land.
We
We
got
just went and hunted
Ohio
public.
in the house. We call them tabby cats. Some people call them tabby
They get
cats.
called tabby cat, spotty cat. I grew up calling them spotty cat. I had an uncle that called them leopard cat, tabby cats.
Flathead in Illinois.
Pretty popular name around here. Really, honestly, the only reason we really call them flatheads is because of the show. Because that's probably the most common name is flathead. So,
Miss Barbara said Larry says he likes the way y'all all fish. You do the old ways.
The old ways, yep. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to preserve some of that. That's what we do with the channel.
What's the biggest flathead catfish you've caught so far?
We caught one a few years ago in the lake. It was 52 pounds. That's a pretty good size one.
Yeah.
We've caught several right at that 50 mark. We caught a 47 or 48 with Keith and Tara last year.
Hey, Joe.
Bank pole fishing from That Louisiana Life. Y'all can see that video on their channel. Or y'all can watch our version of it on our channel.
Yep. And then we caught another one in a hoop net on the river with Adam. He's got it on his
Redline Outdoors.
Yep. He's got it on his channel, and we got one on ours.
Yeah, that was a 45 pounder. That was a big catch. So there was 2 over 45 pounds that we caught last year. One in a hoop net, one on a bank pole actually.
Yep.
And when we talk about the link tree that we've got set up now, y'all can go on there and see their channels. We've linked those channels on our page.
Yep. I hope y'all had fun fishing, Joe. Let's see.
If you do go over to their channels and look at any videos, if you're not subscribed over there, subscribe to those guys. They work hard at what they do, just like we do. And if you ain't subscribed to us and you watch this video, please do.
Give us a
All
thumbs
of that
up.
helps. The thumbs up. We got a lot more likes than we've got tonight. Last night we got a lot of likes. We had 200 likes by the time we shut the video down, I think, which it was 2.5 hours because we was boiling crawfish and up a good while.
Yeah.
But we had
We
I
had
think
Caitlin and
right
Noah and the grandbaby
at
in it.
200 likes. Right now
Dylan.
we're at 99 likes. So
Okay, let me read some more. There's been a lot of regulations already talking about Louisiana, so I hope it don't get any worse. Us too.
I'm gonna move this a little bit closer, y'all, so y'all can see how I'm cutting this fish up.
Why, after you fillet a catfish, you make a cut to the head of the fish? Ah, I know the channel.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, what I'm doing when I'm cutting up next to the head is because a lot of the times we'll throw the carcasses like in our pond. That's kind of like our method of recycle. And what we're doing that way it don't float. Or if we throw it in a creek or the lake or something, when you dispose your fish heads instead of letting them float, you can make that cut pop that air bladder and they'll sink.
Yeah.
So, the way we cut these flatheads up, y'all can see the grain of the fish coming like down like that. I'm cutting across that grain. So
Hello
my
from
knife's
Southern
coming
Ohio.
like this. And I'll just make some cuts like that, fry size pieces right there, like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so when you point a finger, this is you were talking back on the regulations. So now I'm just getting back to comments. When you point a finger at someone, remember there's 4 pointing back at you. I've always said that.
Yeah, I agree. That's why, I mean, we don't like, there's certain things we do. We we might want to go put out yo-yos or trot lines or something, and then somebody's blasting those ways of fishing. Well, we bass fish and crappie fish. We do it all. So I definitely don't want any of it taken away from us, but I don't want the old school ways taken away either. The hoop net
Yeah.
fishing and stuff like that. You can put regulations on it to an extent and allow people to either commercial fish. I'm gonna tell you, just leave the commercial fisherman alone. That's a hard life. We're commercial fishing or licensed commercial, but we're not out there trying to make a living doing it. And these guys that do make a living do it, just be glad somebody's making fish available for people that don't have time or want to. They can go buy some fish to eat and eat fish just like what we're cleaning here. But man, I'm telling y'all, hard work. Those guys work probably harder than anybody I know. It's best just not to even mess with those guys.
How many catfish can you keep over 34 inches long? In Alabama, we can keep one per person.
No, we don't have no length limit on catfish in Louisiana. You can keep 100 catfish per person on a recreational license in Louisiana. It doesn't matter if you catch them on a trot line, if you catch them in hoop net, whatever. You can keep 100 catfish per person. So if there's three, you see some of our videos, and we got them little channel cats, which is our favorite fish to eat, by the way. You got a couple hundred of them. Well, that's because you got, if you got, even on a recreational license, just your regular license, you can keep 100 per person. So 3 people in a boat, you keep 300 catfish. And that's aggregate now. So if you got flatheads in there, that counts towards that number. But commercial, there is no limit. And there's a minimal size. There is not a max size. The minimal sizes are, I think it's 11 on channel cats. I think 12 on blues and 14 on flatheads. I think I'm right on all that. Y'all read your regulations before you go fishing.
Yeah, don't take it
case.
from Bradley.
No, it's 11 on channel cats.
In case
and,
he's wrong, we don't want to be accused.
I think 12 on blues.
Okay, so Mr. Bill said I learned how to tie gill nets when I lived in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan for the native commercial fishermen and did it in my basement.
Gill nets, yeah. I've fished them before years ago. Some of the guys around here used to fish like flag webbing and stuff. I've been a part of that back in the day. It's not nothing I want to fool with. It's
Goat Town, Georgia. Go Dogs is in the house.
Georgia.
Yeah. Go Dogs.
Yeah, y'all might do something over there this year. I don't know. Y'all still got the good coaches over there. But
Just seen y'all was on. Then some nice slabs. Props from Bama. I was in Alabama this
we
past
got
weekend.
a lot of people on from Bama. We got family in Alabama.
Me and Caitlin, our daughter, she was on the live last night. She and I took a quick road trip to Mobile last weekend.
I lived 9 years in
Very cool.
Mobile and Sims there, y'all. So I've been all over South Alabama. Been in a few places to the northern side of Bama, but not like a ton.
Give God the glory for all things. We definitely do.
For sure.
Everything. I mean,
For sure.
we pray about everything. We prayed about our house whenever we were building it. Everything.
Yeah, there's actually a Bible buried under our front door of our house. Of course, it's in plastic and all of that, but
Yeah, we prayed as we did that and buried it at our front door as you're walking in. Let's see. Richard Sims says roll tide.
I'll say roll tide, Richard. I'm with you, Richard. Might be the only one in the house that says that, but
Dylan will not say that.
I grew up Alabama fan. I'm going to say it. Y'all go ahead and throw your sticks at me.
Dylan, and I don't think Noah will either. Dylan won't. I mean, he's invested in LSU football. He's got season tickets and everything. That is his thing. Okay, let's see. Do y'all ever catch any spoonbills up there?
Yes.
I've caught a few of them down here, funny looking catfish.
Yeah, we catch some in our nets.
Yep.
That's one of the things that there again, that's something we don't really show too much of. Stuff like that. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't make it. Spoonbills and gar and hoop nets don't do too good. A lot of times they'll get tangled up in them. So, that's that'd be the one negative thing about hoop net fishing, I would say. Not all the time. I mean, we try to put our stuff where they won't even get in it, but every once in a while I want to get in there and.
Can you eat spoonbill?
Yes, you can keep. I don't fool with them, but you can keep. I think one in Louisiana. I think you're allowed to keep one. Now, I
Can we
see some
catch it
states.
in a,
I see some states you got to tag them and all that, but you don't have to. You don't have to tag them or nothing here. They don't have anything set up like that. So.
Jason McDonald said, "Hi, y'all." Joe said they had a blast. They kept 30 channel cats.
30 channel cats.
Yep. Hi from Missouri.
That was Joe, Bayou Threads.
Yep.
They were on the lake fishing this afternoon, too.
They have a YouTube channel. Definitely check them out. That's who takes care of our hats and everything.
He's just starting the channel, or had it a while, but he's just starting to add some stuff to it.
And if you check our link tree, the link to our store to get any of our hats and shirts, anything of logo.
Yeah, that's where it's coming from. Bayou
That's
Threads,
where it's coming from.
for sure. But y'all check out that big old pile of flathead goodness right there. That is
I would
nice.
trade gill nets for fresh fish from the commercial fishermen in Upper Michigan.
That works. That's one way to do it.
Bradley, your friendly neighborhood game warden.
Huh? Who? Somebody's on there?
No, they're calling you.
Oh, I'm not no game warden.
It's a funny.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not no game warden. I'm just throwing some recommendations out there. That's all I do.
Let me tell y'all, if
Here's what I'm saying in a
out
nice
there-
way. All I'm saying in a nice way, just mind your own business. Just go fishing, have fun, mind your own business.
No, if a game warden's out there and there's about 10 boats out there, that game warden's going to go straight to Bradley and check him out.
Yeah. I guess I look like a criminal or something, but Y'all don't know. Like, both the people around me, I drive crazy because I'm so by the book. I ain't
Arkansas.
saying I won't get a ticket, but if I do, it's something I totally miss because I study the book. And, I mean, we try to keep it as law abiding as possible, especially since we are, like, showing stuff for the whole world to see.
In
So,
Arkansas, 10 catfish per person with regular fishing license. Yeah, Arkansas is.
10? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I thought they'd keep more than that.
Dang.
Huh. Yeah, I know Arkansas got some
What is the biggest
crazy
tabby
laws, I
you will
think.
eat? So.
The biggest flathead we will eat is as big as they grow. Like,
Ooh, Oakley, get
big flatheads are not bad eating. They're still good eating. You just gotta, if they get over about 30 pounds, I won't leave any. Y'all can see that little bit of red meat on there. That's nothing on this. If they get over about 30 pounds, I'm trimming every bit of that off of there. So that's my deal with the big ones. If you trim them out, they're still fine. And the belly meat, it doesn't matter how big it gets. It's great eating. But you'll have to split it like halfway down and then cut it up like I just cut those up. But they, as far as I know, they don't get too big. I've only ever had one bad one. We caught one in the lake one year in June, hand fishing, noodling, and it tasted like the mud out of the bottom of the lake. Not sure why, but we ended up having to throw it away. But it tasted bad. It wasn't but about 30 pounds. It wasn't like huge or nothing. We've eaten plenty of them bigger than that over the years. Blues.
What is your favorite bait to
Bait?
use?
For what?
Yes. He didn't say. Old Gray Country Boy asked, what is your favorite bait?
For flatheads, if we're limb line fishing, big bluegills or big brown, sun perch, goggle eyes, it don't matter, chinky pins, mudcats, whatever we can find for bait on flatheads and big blues.
I think flatheads are considered a game fish. So are they considered a game fish?
Flatheads are not considered a game fish in Louisiana. Every state's different. I'm not sure what regulations are in other states other than we do some crappie fishing in Arkansas. So most of the places you can keep 30 crappie in Arkansas. That's a little different than Louisiana. Louisiana you can keep 50, but some lakes have different regulations. Like Darbone, we got the stupidest regulation there is in the history of crappie fishing. You can't keep but 7 over 12 inches long. And you can keep 50 fish. Only 7 of them can be over 12 inches long. It just don't make no sense. It makes no good sense whatsoever. I know what was tried to get done, but we've been on it 3 years now, and we can't even see a difference in the size of the fish over there. So we really don't even think it's doing any good. Not sure what's happening to the fish. I don't know if they're being caught, released, and they die when they're getting put back, or really what's happening. I don't really know.
Y'all bear with me again.
You got another one?
And already left another one up there at the top that you were talking.
What was that saying? Spam again?
Yeah.
What these spammers are jumping on our stuff for? Yeah, we're not gonna deal with spam and stuff.
Like Bradley said, if y'all see a link in there, it is not us that puts it.
Our link tree with God's Country Hunting and Fishing, that's okay. The rest of them I'd steer clear of.
Bradley, I wish I had more flatheads down here. That's in South Louisiana.
South Louisiana?
Yeah, big blue cats are like big redfish.
Yeah,
Clean,
y'all got those big
all
blues.
red out, and any fat in there. As good as any small fish. People just don't know how to clean them right.
No, I agree. I agree on the blues.
They're from South
A lot of
Louisiana,
people
too.
ask why we don't keep a lot of big blues or a lot of blues, and it's simply because we got a lot of, we got other fish. It's not that we won't eat blues. We do eat blues. Eat them every year. But we do, if we get too many and we got some that's real good and alive and in good shape, we'll release them. I mean, they'd go bad in the freezer, And I don't know why, but like blues get a bad rap. Like it's harder to give blues away. I got a couple buddies that'll eat them. What is it?
Bradley Smith for president and Keith Keith is his running mate. So he'll be the vice.
There'll be some stuff change. I can tell y'all that much. I guarantee you. There'll be some
I'll
stuff
vote.
change, but I don't know. I don't know what all would change. I mean, I get some of the stuff I'm saying, like the restrictions and stuff. You gotta have like some laws and regulations and stuff, but you can also have over regulation, and that's what I don't like when people go to get
Joe said he'll campaign
stupid.
for it.
All right, guys. Well, look, we've been on here over an hour and a half. Got our fish clean. We want to get some cooked for supper, and really don't want to move the cameras around and all that kind of good stuff. We'll do something. We'll figure out something live next week. I'm not sure what it'll be. Ain't no telling about us, but yeah. You come tell them bye, Danielle, since you sit behind the camera the whole time.
Well, y'all saw my finger every
Central
now and
North
then.
Carolina.
Yeah.
What bait for rod and reel for big cats? Oh, I got a buddy that Oakley, really? She just moved everything. I got a buddy. He fishes the river here a lot, and some buddies up in Arkansas that fish the river a lot on rod and reels, and they like cut brim and cut like shad and skipjack. Just cut bait. Um, I know on limb lines and bank poles it needs to be live, like live brim, but fresh cut brim is a really good bait in like fishing for flatheads or blues in a river. So yeah, cut bait, big shad, brim, whatever you got, just cut up chunks. I think we're gonna try to do some. We tried to do some videos on some stuff like that last year. We actually went. It's gonna do some night fishing. It didn't film. The filming didn't turn out right. We had bugs all over us, and it was horrible. Experience.
It was awful.
So we may try to do some daytime catfishing in the river this year. To us, it's kind of like slow action. So like we're gonna have to wait till the river gets right and they're biting good, or we're not gonna do it. That's not something we're gonna go down there and sit there all day for one fish to try to make a video. It don't film out right for our videos, and I know we would lose viewers over it probably. So if we can put together a real good one, or maybe like some, that's why we do like the jug fishing and stuff like that, the pool noodles. We actually would like to go over to the Mississippi River. We may go over there and try to shoot a video later this year on some catfish. It's some pretty good catfishing over there, and you catch some big ones. So yeah, we might rig up and go over there.
Okay, so in Alabama, there's no limit on catfish you can catch per day, but you can only keep one over 34 inches.
Yeah, it's not that way here in Louisiana. You can keep more than one over. There's no upper size limit. There's only lower size limits in Louisiana.
Try and get the big bars of Ivory soap. So we used it a lot and caught good on it.
Yeah, I've used the soap thing before. It's been years ago. I've caught. I mean, we got a lot of bait at our fingertips. I mean, we got a lot of good bait. These brim. We got some ponds and stuff we can catch brim out of. We got the right over here behind Darbone. We got places we can go catch shad on the river. We got buffalo and carp. We can cut up parts of that for like cut bait and stuff. We got tons of bait to use. But I have used the soap before and it does work. There's another one. I think it's Zote. That works. Maybe it's a pink soap. I'm not sure. I had a cousin that used to use it over here on the lake for channel cats. He used to wear them out on it. I think it was Zote. I think it's Zote.
Oh, there's that comment again.
Where's these people coming
Okay.
from? Block that person.
I can't block them. See, I can report them.
Yeah, report them. But it shouldn't keep coming back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, these bad people that try to get on our stuff from time to time.
I think we got it taken care of this time.
What'd
I
you
had
do
to
different?
hit it again. I've been taking the comments off, so I didn't want anybody clicking on it. And then
Yes, Zote.
I
Joe
had to
Bowman
click
said
on it
Zote.
again, and I've hid them from our channel.
All right,
Unless I
guys.
change.
Well, we're gonna get out of here. Y'all be sure to subscribe if you hadn't. Hit the thumbs up before you leave.
And if we didn't answer your comment in there, whenever he posts it, definitely leave us a comment in that.
Yeah, it should post tomorrow. These normally post like a day later. You can comment on this live later, and we'll answer all of our comments. But subscribe to the channel if you hadn't. Hit the thumbs up before you leave, and y'all have a good rest of the Mother's Day
Thank you.
and a safe work week. We'll try to do the same.
Yeah.
God's country hunting and fishing, keeping it real.
Really real. Laters.